maybe he does one more in Puerto Rico. But Miguel Cotto is no longer looking for pay-per-view opponents.
There you go. Felix Verdejo released from the hospital. Unbeaten world title contender Puerto Rico's Felix El Dynamite, Kid Dynamite, Jimmy J.J. Walker Verdejo was released from the hospital after suffering a motorcycle accident. Former Puerto Rican Olympic suffered an accident last Sunday, August 7th, when he was riding on a road from Rio Grande to Carolina and lost control of his motorcycle after trying to avoid a bump in the road. I have definitely learned a big lesson. I am not perfect. I'll keep growing as a person, and today I'm more committed than ever with my people and my career, affirmed Verdejo. I want to thank Puerto Rico, the boxing fans, the messages, the well wishes, and God himself. I'm ready to keep fighting with scars that will make me remember this learning experience. I feel more mature, focused, and anxious to bring my island the happiness of a world title. Well, I don't think they give a shit, but, good for you, Felix. A painful and costly accident will hopefully provide Felix, all young athletes, a lasting lesson. We sincerely appreciate and support and love and receive from his island and the boxing community, said Carl Moretti, vice president of Top Rank Boxing, and probably threatened to pull his contract. Anything you'd like to add? That was a good read.
Scary situation there, Lee. When it first hit the web, didn't sound that serious. Everyone acted like he was in an accident, but it was nothing serious. And then a picture hit the web, and that's when it looked a lot more serious than what reports are indicating. I mean, the kid, his ribs were bandaged up, both arms were, the side of his face took some heavy road rash. I believe, is that what you call it, Lee, when you fall off of a bike and get scraped up on the asphalt? But you could tell it tore up the side of his face. I don't know if that's the scarring that he's talking about, but bad luck if it is, because Felix Verdejo had everything going for him before this accident, and hopefully he comes out all right. The scars are nowhere they're visible, because hurts his tickets, right? You gotta sell tickets, man. Can't do that looking like Two-Face.
There you go. Timothy Bradley extends contract under Top Rank for a few more fights, looking for a December return on HBO.
Nothing exciting here. Timothy Bradley, really.
He's not going anywhere. There's nobody that would take him.
Yeah.
I mean, PBC would probably take him.
They're scared shitless of him. Come on. Timothy Bradley scrapes half of them PBC guys. They're not on his level. They never call him out, and they know why. All you PBC guys are cherry pickers. I mean, I'm not even, fuck the PBC. Keep it moving.
Provodkin kept in mandatory position to his title. As he should be.
Right?
Deontay's going to lose his title. I don't know if it's going to be Povetkin. Jesus. I don't know why I want to call him Provodnikov. He's not. He's Povetkin. He's going to lose it to Povetkin, or he's going to lose it to Klitschko. It's going to be one or the other.
He thought he got out of that defense on Lee. He thought. Dirty test, I'm out of here. That was
really his goal. I mean, he was going to have that fight, right?
Oh, now he is. Well, see, look, when you have a dirty test, obviously no one's going to argue when you back out of the fight. But now there should be an argument. Why did he back out if now the WBC is not even penalizing Povetkin for a dirty test? And Lee, we got to remember, there's a $30 million lawsuit attached to this case. How is that going to affect the court case? The fact that Povetkin's not even being penalized. Was there a dirty test or not? Either way, I just love the fact that Deontay still has this guy hanging over his shoulder.
It'll never seem to end.
I don't see him getting out of it next time. He'll just give up his title next time.
No, he's going to drop the strap.
Yeah, the dirty test ain't working next time. It was a good one for this run. I'll give it to him. Good plan.
I agree. Billy Joe Sanders
and Lee,
walks away.
It was you who did say that test was phony. And I'm starting to believe you, bro, because it was 1 out of 7. It had such a little amount. They didn't even really declare it a dirty test. I'm starting to think maybe you were right on that. Someone did get paid to make one of those samples just a little bit dirty.
Billy Joe Saunders walks away from a Rosado bout on undercard of Canelo versus Smith. Well, I'd walk away from the Canelo versus Smith card because it's going to be a car crash anyway, but, you know.
I don't know, Lee. I don't know about this Billy Joe Sanders kid anymore. You know, when he defeated Andy Lee for the strap, hell fell in love with him. The guy was outspoken, just like Fury Tyson, the heavyweight champ, both gypsies. Really outspoken. Seemed like
Can't trust a gypsy.
yeah, right. And now it seems like he grabbed his title and doesn't want to let it go. I mean, this guy is turning down millions of dollars. He's already been offered to fight Triple G, turned it down, said he wanted more. They offered him like 3 million. We're talking about a guy who said he lived in a trailer before his championship win. And now you're going to turn down a Gabriel Rosado match on pay-per-view. Gabriel Rosado is one of the most overrated pay-per-view fighters we've seen in this era. Gotten way too many shots on pay-per-view without any solid wins. And I'll even say network television without any solid wins. And then you're talking about a chance at one of the most overrated fighters of this era, and Saul Alvarez. I mean, how easier of a path to millions of dollars do you want, Billy Joe? I just don't know what this guy's here for anymore. It really seems like he just likes holding that title around his waist. And the sad thing is I had him the favorite against Gabriel Rosado. And depending on how he looked against Rosado on the undercard of Canelo Smith, hell, I might have had him upsetting Canelo in their fight coming up in December. Now, they're saying the fight in December is still possibly a go with him and Canelo, even if he doesn't show up on the undercard. I find it hard to believe, though. I think Billy Joe Sanders brings a little bit too much to the table without making a lot of money off of his name. Yeah, the risk does not fit the reward. It's the old saying in boxing. I think it fits perfectly for the Canelo situation with Billy Joe. That's why I think it's insane that Sanders skipped on the opportunity to show all the Canelo fans that he's real, he's legit, he's undefeated, he's a middleweight champ. That would have been a perfect setup fight for both men leading into Triple G.
Say it. We're here. We're queer.
What?
Come on. No? All right.
Is that where I was going, Lee?
I don't know, dude. That was quite a mighty rant.
I'm just telling.
Over Billy, dude, bro.
Billy Joe.
Bro.
I know.
It's Billy Joe Saunders. If this was maybe Canelo Alvarez, maybe, I don't know.
Hey, Lee, after the fight, when he beat Andy Lee, they said, will this change you? And he said, no, I'll still live in a trailer and smell like piss, I believe he said. Maybe the guy likes that. Who knows?
You know what? Some people are into that.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
judge. Don't judge. Don't judge.
I'm not judging.
You're judging.
It's probably not what he said at all. I know he said something like that, but it's just he's very strange. His business decisions are very strange right now.
Don't judge me. I smell like pee. Final story. Danny Garcia gets called out by Terrence Crawford on social media.
He got eaten alive, Lee. He got eaten alive.
Yeah, but again, am I to believe that this is really happening?
Oh, no. Terrence Crawford just basically punked Danny Garcia, though. Danny Garcia tried to throw a little bit of what do you call it? Trash talk on social media. Terrence Crawford called him out, right? Said we need to get it on. Danny Garcia then responds saying how his pay-per-view didn't even do 50,000 buys, LOL. Which I thought was funny, Lee, because Danny Garcia has never been on pay-per-view. He's nowhere near pay-per-view, and so it's kind of seems stupid for him to even talk about Terrence Crawford's pay-per-view event when he's nowhere near that. But he did. And then Terrence Crawford responded with a picture of his last fight against Postal. He was slapping Postal with the punch. And he put on here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy that Danny Garcia did not want to fight. Paid him, I want to say, step aside money twice for to not challenge, let him challenge for the title. And then he just started hashtagging him, Lee. Hashtag your daddy talks for you. Hashtag.
Yeah, but that's not what a hashtag's for. Does he know that?
It doesn't care. There was 4,000 people that reshared that post. There was thousands of people calling Danny Garcia a pussy for not fighting Terrence Crawford right then and there. Like, this is what needs to happen for this Cold War to end. Because, Lee, let me tell you what's going to happen to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is going to start going out in Philadelphia. He's going to go to the nightclubs. He's going to go to where all the players, the athletes are, right? He's undefeated. He's the guy. And then he's going to start getting asked questions about why that dude Terrence Crawford is punking him. And Danny's going to start getting mad about everyone keeps talking about Terrence Crawford calling you out and you not doing shit. Eventually, he's going to ask Al Heyman, do you think Terrence Crawford can beat me? And when those questions start coming up between a fighter and a manager or promoter, most of the time the fight will get made. So I love what Terrence Crawford. No, you lose street cred, you'll want that fight. And believe me, Danny Garcia, a lot of these PBC guys are all about the street cred. They're all about hanging out at the nightclubs with their jewelry and their sunglasses and living the life. Well, let me tell you, once everyone starts asking you, why are you bitching out on Terrence Crawford? Oh, he's going to get fed up with the talk, and he's going to come talking to Al Heyman. I love what Terrence Crawford did here. Look, I told you guys a few weeks ago, Terrence Crawford needed to pick it up outside of the ring if he was going to do the 12-round dance inside of it, and he's done it. He's doing it. He had the little trouble with the mechanic that hit the news this week. We don't want to see Terrence Crawford in trouble, but it happened. And now he has him calling out Terrence Crawford, calling out Danny Garcia. And he called him out hard. This was not a softball. This was not two friends. He made Danny Garcia look foolish on social media. And now we'll wait to see what Danny's going to do in return. I'm hoping Danny don't do shit so then everyone can start pressuring this guy into fighting Terrence Crawford. And as of right now, Danny Garcia hasn't done nothing. I'll tell you what Danny did. Danny responded with, have your promoter talk to my promoter and we'll get the fight. That doesn't do it anymore. We've heard that. Pacquiao and Mayweather told us that BS for 5 years. Don't want that. Do you want the fight? Why didn't you say I'll take the fight? Tell him. Come on now. I love it. I love it, Lee.
Anything else you'd like to add for this week?
No, that's it.
It's a good job. You did a fine job. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. Sign up.
I think the title could even be possibly Terrence Crawford punks Danny Garcia on social media. Let's get it started, Lee. Why not?
Okay. Whatever you want, Andrew. It's your show.
Oh, you stop it. Should I? Let me rephrase that then. Hey, Lee, what do you think? No, I'm just kidding.
I personally like for the name of the show to be It Smells Like Pee. Oh, shit. But
they won't get it, Lee. They won't
One boxer's fantasy. I get that. I just don't. Here's the truth for Danny Garcia and Terrence Crawford, with all due respect. My job is to get as many people to listen to the show beyond the regular family members and boxing writers who listen to this stupid show. So those 50 people that always listen to the show, no matter what I seem to do, I need new people to listen to the show, and that's what my job as a production company is. I don't know if I want the show to be quite as big as it was in, say, 2006 or 7, because I tend to do really stupid things when that many people are listening to me. I'm kind of glad that it's kind of this intimate Andrews family crowd that we entertain.
Oh, you stop it.
But sad to say, Danny Garcia and Terrence Crawford are not a big enough name to go on the title. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't go with Pacquiao, HBO.
I see the angle. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. You always go big, bro.
Yep.
Always go big.
Yep.
So here's how a title really would be. Pacquiao, HBO, and the smell of pee.
Oh my God, no. Get the pee out of your head. Oh, I wish I didn't say it.
Or Pacquiao, HBO, Old Man Bob Arum, and the smell of pee. Aren't you compelled to listen to that show?
Yes, you're.
Are you downloading that podcast and giving it a try on iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio? Just wondering if that came up on your feed. Hey, I gotta listen to that. What the fuck are those guys talking about? Right. That's the point. And if you're listening to the show going, wow, we got duped for a long time. Well, here's the thing. You're right. We're not like the other boxing shows. We don't talk street for an hour like thugs. We don't